This is Mobile Sissy going to the home department store to get some paint and some other stuff that I need. I don't remember right now. I wrote it down. But I'm going there and also getting some other stuff because it's T-1 day for my sister and family to come over for the holidays. So it's basically today I paint. We get in the vanity and all of the other stuff. And then the main thing is the vanity, getting it in there. It's a huge thing. We have to figure out how to do it. And I probably have to create some type of slide or something like that to make it slide up the stairs. And that way we don't have to lift it or anything like that because it's only me, Juan, and that's pretty much it. Maybe my mom, I'm not sure. And it's not very many people, so we're trying to do that, getting that in there and then get the paint done mainly, and after that it's all go time for everything is pretty much done and I'm happy, but then the rest of the house needs to be done too. Well guys, it is time to paint, and as you can see all around me, I covered absolutely everything that can be, you know, sprayed on, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to spray on the whole thing because I don't have time to do it by hand. There is no chance, no way. I wouldn't be able to do it on time. Today we have to get in the vanity, yes or yes. And so I've been trying to get everything, even the toilet has to be covered. Everything, guys, it's covered. You name it, whatever, you know, the spray can go over or overspray, I'm covering it. So here, let me show you what I'm gonna be using. So this one here is the Home Right sprayer that I've used in the past. I haven't used it for a long time because I used it in the first house. And then I got, this one's the one that we're gonna use. I wanted to use this one, which is the Vanity, and I got this one, I believe, at Harbor Freight, I'm not sure, but I couldn't find the container, and so now we're using the OG. So let's go Home Right. You can't go wrong, right, with the Home Right. And for color, we got a Whisper White, which is a very white color. I think it has like a bluish undercolor. I'm not sure, but the one that's original is this one, like this yellow one. Then we got this other color. I don't even remember the name. You can't really tell, but it's more a creamy color. I think you can tell more around here. If you see, this is more of a creamy color down below. The top one is the original. So because of time, I have no time to do it by hand. Like I was saying, we're gonna go for the sprayer. So let's get going, guys, because we have no time, literally no time. And of course, wear your safety gear. I'm gonna be using a mask. You're supposed to use probably the N95, it's much better. I haven't remembered to buy one, so we're just gonna use the regular ones and then try to cover everything. I'm using just my old clothes, and hopefully I don't get them too dirty because sometimes I use them to go out to the Home Depot. So I need to look half decent and I need to take care of them. So anyways, let's get going, guys. Wish me luck. For starters, I'm gonna try out this corner that is going to be the closet, so it won't hurt. I'm just trying to figure this out because I had to dilute it, but I don't have, because this is older. I lost it's a tool that helps me dilute the paint to the right consistency, and I can't find it. Not this one or the other one, so we'll try to see if it works. Okay. It looks to be working, but I have to check out this. I stopped pressing and it kept going, so I'll have to figure out the whole thing again. Wow, guys, this is cool. So I did my spraying, and this color is definitely doing this room a favor, because the other color that was here was the yellowish color that was terrible. I even painted, as you can see, the ceiling, but that spot over there, those 3 little spots there, is because there was another light fixture, and then it had some, like a rail, you know, one of those, the 90s or 2000s, I don't know. So I took it off. I didn't notice and I didn't pay attention, but I decided to do it because I didn't want to have holes in the ceiling. And so we're patching those up and getting them sorted out. And then after that, we can go over, and it's not going to be too crazy to go over those because it's a small area. But look, wow. The spraying is definitely the best way to go. I did have to do it like super, you know, I didn't stop, guys. I did not stop. I'm telling you, this is obsessive compulsive behavior that I have, but it had to be done. Otherwise, tomorrow, nothing can be done. So I need to go eat because my mom's calling, and I haven't had lunch, and it's already like 7. Bye. Okay, we're on limited time. I already painted yesterday, but there are some spots that I need to redo. And so I literally have hours before I have to go pick up my sister at the airport with baby and all. So let's just get to this, and I'll try to install the lights that go above the mirrors and try to install the mirrors as well. So wish me luck. Let's go for it. I made a mistake. I used this product. It's a wall texture, but this one is terrible because it's oil-based, as you can see here, and it's super stinky. And I just opened all the windows. I hope that the smell goes away by the time my sister and nephew come in. And I shouldn't have, but I wanted to do the texture on the ceiling, and I ended up just covering it up because it doesn't really work. It gets into this in a type of texture that it just gets really bad and very crumbly. Super bad, guys, not good. Don't use this type. So I'll try to figure out what to do later. I'll just keep going. I'll try to install the lamps, and I don't know, maybe the mirrors too? Who knows? Maybe we'll see. We're going to install the sconces. So these are the ones, and I'll show you a little bit more once they're installed. But of course they're golden, nice brushed gold. And here is the sconce. Oh my gosh, I don't have any bulbs. That's fine. I'll try to go find something. Oh my gosh. Ah, great. Well, at least they'll be installed. They'll be installed at least, right? I guess. So basically what you have to do is get this plate to go here and attach it there, you're going to connect the wires that it comes with. You see here, oh my gosh, they're so tiny. Okay, they're super thin. But you can see this is the line, the black. Neutral is the white. And we got the ground, which is the copper, always. So we're just gonna install everything black to black and white to white. And then we do have, I think what I need to do is, because on this one here, I have two connecting ones. This one goes to connect to here so that when the switch turns on, both of them turn on at the same time. And so I think I need to connect the two neutrals together and then the blacks together, connected here, twisted in the thing. So, okay, figure it out. It is now dark mode because we turned off the breaker so that I can install the lights. Always do that whenever you do your connections. And I'm actually gonna start with the right side because that one is very straightforward. Black to black, white to white, and then ground together. And then I'll figure out the other one, maybe just wait for Juan to come in, and then we'll install the mirrors and then try to come in with the vanity. Fingers crossed. So guys, needless to say, this was the day and we had to get everything ready. That was Juan when he arrived, and he went full steam ahead, as did I, with cleaning and just getting everything ready. He was doing all of the sconces installations for lights, and I was taking out all of the paper and the cardboard that was on the floors so that we could get this bathroom ready. Remember, this is the night that I'm gonna go pick up my sister, and this is like about 4 o'clock, and I needed to go pick her up to go to the airport, so I had to leave about 6 or 7. So this was crazy. I started washing the bathroom and the tub, the shower, and he was still doing all of the electrical. Then it was time to get the vanity in, and this was nothing of a great feat, guys. Juan was able to pick it up, and then we had our neighbor, which is Juan's dad, Don Francisco, come and help us, which both of them, with my mom and I, we all got into the action. But this is all I have to show you for it, guys, because I asked my dad to do filming of the whole thing, and instead of continuing to record, what he did was he probably put the finger there where it's the red button, and nothing was filmed. So you'll have to believe me, it was super hard to get it in. But anyways, guys, the most important thing is that we got the vanity in, and I have it right here to show you. We finally got it in. That's so amazing. That was one big accomplishment, I think, and it just made the whole bathroom look complete. Juan had to do some adjustments underneath, and he had to install the plumbing for the sinks, but everything was pretty much done, and it was just a matter of him finishing that up. We had to take off and go pick up my sister because she was about to land, and we needed to be there on time. Well guys, it's been about 3 weeks since we did a last update on the whole renovation here for the bathroom. So we put a stop on it because my family, my sister, her husband, and my little nephew came over for Christmas and New Year's. And so the good thing about it was that we had put the vanity in, finally. We had installed the tub and shower, and of course we had the toilet. So that alone was huge because that way they could use their own bathroom here. We didn't get to do the pretty finishes and all of the nice little things that I wanted to do. We didn't even put the mirrors up because, as you can see, this is the last that we did. And actually, let me just show you here quickly. This is the mirror. Let me just turn this around. So this is the type of mirror that we're putting in here. As you can see, it's one that has a defogger and it has the light on. So that's gonna be a cool feature for the bathroom to have. And one of the main things that I was concerned with these mirrors was to hardwire them. So on this description for these mirrors, they said that you could, but when they came, they had the plug connected. So right there, I can't hold it too far away from here. So right here, the plug, and I was afraid that I was not going to be able to connect it to the wires over here. But I opened this, the cable, and I found that it does have the neutral, the hot, and the ground in order to be able to install it just as a lamp. So what I'm gonna do is just that, and that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna put in the wall plates. You can see that the vanity is in, the tub is in as well. They already started using it. That was really good because we needed to give baths to my nephew like almost every day. Well, basically every day. And then we have the toilet that was already done. So that was a huge thing. We have the floors in, and all we have to do is trim, do a little bit more of covering the walls, like another coat of paint, and I think that's about it, and do all the little pretty things. So on this side we have where we're gonna be putting the closet, and I put everything and smashed it in there. Not everything is gonna be here, but it's just temporarily there, and so hopefully we can get this done soon and get all those details, because amazingly the little details are the ones that take the most time. So let's get into this, guys. We're gonna start putting everything together. I'm using these wall plates. These are really nice, and they come with their they had the little screws. So I'll try to find the screws, but we have to put this on. For the mirrors, guys, I do have something where I have tubes going up here, and there's some electrical going through on this wall. So, and then the back of this, as you can see, it does have this too, which is good, but I have to create kind of like a bridge in between these two so that I can hang it from somewhere in here in the middle, because either on this side or this side, I would need to make sure that I don't hit the tube, which is the vent tube on the right side, and the electrical somewhere in here, because as you can see, we have the box here, so the electrical goes through and goes up from here to here. So I have to create on this side a little bit of a bracket so that I can attach it to this area, and nowhere around here, because this is where the tube is and I don't want to hit that. So that's gonna be another thing. On this side, I think the tubing comes on this side as well, so I have to create somewhere where it's in the middle, not on the sides like this one. This is how it's looking now that I added that part that I was telling you about. So I cut a piece of metal that I had from the kitchen that I made, but I never used the pieces. It was for the cabinets, so I never used that part, but I've always wanted to use this in several, it can be used for anything really, but this one time is gonna be for this, and I drilled into it. There is one piece that has the hole already, and it's like a 1/4 inch. So the only thing that I did was I used my drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and then right here I put a hole through here. I used a piece of wood so that I wouldn't go drill and that my drill would go in, because once you go through the material, which is the metal, there's always like a bounce back and your drill goes in kind of hard. So I put a little bit of backing of a piece of wood, like 1/4 inch wood, 1/2 inch wood, I mean, and that way if it was gonna go in, it was gonna go into the wood and would stop, and I can stop, you know, but I was doing it really delicately, and that way I didn't ruin my mirror. I use these screws that have a washer as well. These are 1/2 inch, they're very small, and that way I could thread my screw. You can see here that I have enough space. I held the washer and then I just screwed in the screw, and that's what I did for the other side as well. So now I have a little bit of a hanging rail so that I can put my screws here on the wall in the middle, anywhere in between the points. I just wanted to have something where I could use the middle of the wall and do my screws to hold on, to hang on the mirror right there. Now it's on to the other mirror, but I'll try to see if I can hang the first one and also do the hard wiring and then move on to the next mirror. At this point, I had already installed the first mirror, which made me really happy and more confident about showing you how to do the second mirror. So I just needed to screw in some anchors to the wall and set it up so that I could install it. This step is something that I really researched, and I found out that you could actually cut the cord from your mirror and make it so that it could be like a lamp and just connect it directly and hardwire it to the wall. This was a really nerve-wracking moment, even though I had already done it, but I just was nervous about it somehow. When I cut the wire, I found that there was a hot, a neutral, and a ground wire, which made it perfect so that I could connect it to the ones on the wall. And here comes my disclaimer for this video, guys. I am not an electrician, and anything that I show you here is only for informational purposes. There's no professional advice here that I can give you, but I have done my research and I have done this before where I can feel confident enough to do it, which is kind of crazy, I know, because if you ask me about plumbing, let me tell you, I'm not gonna get near that stuff. But somehow electricity I'm okay with. Go figure. Well, guys, we're doing a little bit of a adjustment here. So this vanity has a little backsplash here, and we have put the vanity all the way to the back of the wall, but my mom says that if we put the little backsplash there, it's gonna go into the space here in the back, and it's gonna make where the handles and everything is gonna be, the space that is gonna be here is gonna be too tight. So she's right, and well, the solution that we've come up with is that we're gonna be putting a little bit of a, just this, the width of the backsplash, which is 1/2 inch, and that way it'll just make space for that backsplash to be installed, and it won't take any space from here, which will make it more tight, you know. So that's what we're gonna do. I cut the 1/2 inch plywood that I had scrap. That's good that I had scrap wood, and gluing it with this tubs around, which is the same as like liquid nails. In other news, Juan is here. He's finishing up everything that needed to be done underneath, sealing up all of the plastic, because there's a plastic underneath the house. It's a mobile home, so there's a plastic underneath the house that needs to be sealed because he ripped it so that he could do all the tubing and everything for the tub and all those installations. And then we're doing some vents for the for these vanity for the sinks. So I'll show you outside what they look like. I wanted to show you this because this is really important when you're looking to buy a vanity. When you buy it at the home department store, you bring it home. Before you bring it home, guys, look at how the top is, look at everything, how the condition of the vanity is, because it's in a box, but you can open it and have them open it for you. This is something that I missed. And this is the backsplash, and you can see a crack right here that I didn't notice. The rest is okay, but there's another one right here. So this is gonna be, I mean, you can see it. It's very prominent. Not only that, it is also going to be, it's gonna crack if you make any wrong movement. So I'm gonna go try and see if I can get this piece swapped for a good one, and hopefully they still have this model and everything because they had it on sale over the holidays. But yeah, it's just a bummer. I didn't check this right here. So these bulbs have like the twirly filament in them, and there are some that have the really straight filaments and everything, but I thought these were gonna be a fun touch just to have them twirl down when you turn on the light. And I was gonna get the ones that were really long and straight, kind of like oval, but I saw these and I thought they were perfect. Also, the oval ones that are really straight, more cylindrical, I think might have been a little bit too long for this base of the lamp. So I got these, and these are the perfect length. We did a good job there. We have light. Well, we had light, but now we have complete light, both sides. Okay guys, so we are going to be putting the back piece here for the backsplash, but first we're going to use the tubs around, which is the same as liquid nails, and we're going to use it to adhere this whole area here. Now, because there is a gap and the wall, of course, is not even. I don't think there's a wall ever in history that I've seen that is even. I'm gonna fill in with this material. It's kind of like a foam. And then we'll do the caulking all along here, on the sides, and then at the bottom. Alright guys, so I installed everything. I put in the foam so that we could fill in the space here. But one thing that I noticed when I was installing it is that you can see here, of course, it's gonna look kind of funky. What can we do? I remember I was telling you that this window has to be moved up here. So God willing, we'll do something like that, I don't know. But the thing is that this right here does not match the size of the back for the backsplash. Isn't that crazy? It's 59.5, 3/4, I think. And this is 61 inches, the back from the length here. So it's not matching. And one of the things that I learned when I was trying to see if I could, you know, go, because this one, as I told you before too, it's cracked here and it's cracked over here. And you can't tell on this side too much, but this one is a little bit more noticeable. But the thing is that when I went online to see if I could go return this so that I could get the backsplash, the right backsplash, it was out of stock, and they're not gonna bring it back. Probably that's why it was on sale. But I didn't notice that part, and I didn't even know that that was gonna be an issue, or it could be a possibility. I mean, I did save like close to more, I think it's more than $1,000, because now this Vanity, something that looks similar to it and not as pretty, is from $1,500, and then there's other that's like $1,800. So we saved like $1,000 just in this, you know, like even like $1,200 even. But it's got a short backsplash, so I don't know what we're gonna do. So as you can see here, I'll probably have to just put this painted white and do something here so that I can, you know, cover the fact that there's this gap right here. And if I can, I'll go check on Lowe's to see if they have anything in any store and see if I can get a good backsplash, if that's even a thing, if they can check and see if they have a good 61-inch length backsplash. So, bummer. All right, guys, as you can see here, I started putting in the silicone on the top, and this is how it's looking. Remember, when you're applying your silicone, when you do the finish, use very soapy water, and you can go over it with your finger, and then it'll look very nice and polished. But the one thing that happened now is that now that I got all the way to here, I ran out of the silicone, so now I have to go back to the store. Story of my life.